Somewhere in Texas, a machine is slamming down with 20 tons of force. Again and again, thousands of times an hour. And every time it lifts, a $100 bill is born. Not printed like a poster, stamped, crushed, forged under pressure. You've held thousands of these. You've never once actually looked at one, because the thing in your wallet right now, it isn't paper. It never was. Try to rip a dollar cleanly in half. You can't, not easily. Soak one in water. It survives. Ordinary paper turns to mush. This doesn't, because US money is fabric. 75% cotton, 25% linen. It's closer to the shirt on your back than the page in a book. One family-owned company has woven that blend for over 200 years. Their formula is a guarded secret. Get caught making this exact material without permission? That's a federal crime. But the fabric is the easy part. The hard part is what goes on top of it. And it starts with an ink that exists in only one building on the entire planet. The Bureau of Engraving and Printing mixes its own ink by hand, behind locked doors. The exact recipe for that specific green, classified. But there's one ink even they don't make. Look at the bottom corner of 100, the big number 100. Tilt it, it shifts. Copper to green, green to copper. That color-changing ink comes from a single secretive Swiss company. They guard the formula like a weapon, because in a way it is one. Now the fabric has ink, but here's what actually makes it money. Here's why a photocopy always feels wrong in your fingers. Touch the president's face. Feel that? It's raised. That's not a coating on top. That's the metal itself, pushed into the fibers. Master engravers carve the portrait backwards, by hand, into steel. A single face can take a year. Every line, every strand of hair, every shadow, cut by a human who trained for a decade to do it. Then that steel is pressed into the fabric with such violence, the ink is forced up into ridges you could read with your eyes closed. No printer on earth can fake that texture. But the bill is still hiding two ghosts, and you carry them every single day without knowing. Hold the bill up to a light. A face appears inside it, the same portrait, pressed into the fabric as a watermark. Nobody drew it there. The material is simply thinner in those spots. The light does the rest. Now, look for a thin, vertical strip glowing in the layers. A security thread buried inside the bill. Kill the lights. Hit it with UV. It glows. The 20 glows green. The 100 glows pink. A different color for every bill so a machine can catch a fake in a fraction of a second. Those two ghosts were with you the whole time. You just never held your money to the light. The finished sheets don't come out one bill at a time. They come out 50 at once. Giant sheets of uncut money stacked into towers. And then, in 2010, something went catastrophically wrong. The brand new $100 bill was finally ready. Years of design, new security features. They fired up the presses, and the bills came out folded. A tiny crease, a blank white streak where ink should be. Not on a few of them, on more than 1 billion. Over $100 billion of fresh cash. Useless. Locked in vaults, guarded around the clock. They couldn't even count the damage without checking notes by hand. The launch froze for years, but that disaster was protecting a marvel. Because the thing that kept jamming those presses is something you've touched 100 times and never understood. Look at a modern 100 again. See that blue ribbon running down the middle? You probably assume it's printed on. It isn't. That ribbon is woven into the bill, and it's packed with hundreds of thousands of microscopic lenses. Tilt it, tiny bells and numbers appear. Move it side to side. They slide up and down on their own. That's not ink. That's not a hologram. It's an optical machine thinner than a human hair, almost impossible to copy. That's why the presses fought back so hard. Perfection jams. Once a bill finally survives all of this, it's cut, stacked, and bound into bricks, loaded into armored trucks, shipped to the Federal Reserve. And here's a number that should stop you cold. Every single day, they print about 38 million notes, worth over $500 million daily. But almost none of it is new money. Around 95% of it just replaces bills that wore out and got shredded. Because money dies too. A $1 bill lives about 6 years before it's destroyed and reborn. So all of this, the secret fabric, the classified ink, the 20 tons of pressure, the lenses thinner than a hair, all of it barely matters. Because here's the part nobody tells you. Almost none of the money on Earth is ever printed at all. Look at your bank balance. Those numbers? No press ever stamped them. No engraver ever touched them. When a bank hands out a loan, it doesn't move a stack of cash. It types a number into a screen. And that number becomes money out of nothing. Physical cash is less than 1/10 of all the money that exists. The rest was never printed. It was just typed. So the next time you hold a real $100 bill, feel the ridges, tilt the ribbon, catch the ghost in the light. Remember this. It's the most honest money you will ever touch, because nearly all the rest is just a number someone decided to believe in.